So it's been about 20 minutes. We've done the initial throwing onto the scope on this rifle. I mounted in the bipod. I set up my spotting scope. I don't know if you can see down there, I spray painted it around the cap of a spray paint can on a box. And I'd say for most shooters, if you're shooting tighter than a spray paint can group, and this is about, we'll double check with the rangefinder, but it's probably about 50 yards. Actually, it's probably short. It's probably 40 yards. But we'll start here. And then once we're getting a good group here, we can just go down the driveway. And I'm pretty sure I can get a shot into about 100 yards. If not just short. Kind of where that stump is right there. That should be about as far as we can get. But, I mean, realistically, if it's shooting a tight 50-yard group, for most of the hunting I do in Virginia, that's more than enough. You're rarely going to shoot out to 100 yards, especially as a beginner. But let's see how it does. So I'm just trying to do my best to get it level. What we can actually do, if we have issues getting a good zero on it, is we can actually go put a string out there or a rope and then level it off of that. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. I might go do that right now. Just throw a string out on a tree or something, like tack it to a tree, and use that as reference. And you see how I'm just using the Allen key on the short end? I find that it's hard to over tighten it. Because once you get it snug, it's real snug. It'll be plenty snug. Alright, so that feels pretty good. So let's crank it over. Let's do 8 times 1. Alright, let's we're gonna have to take these off for a second. So let me just show you this. Let me show you this real quick. So what I do with these bipods, let me see if I can show you, is it's kind of hard. Right, wait, where was I? Try, yep, okay. I don't know if you can tell, it might be hard for you, but it's approximately on the box. I have it tightened up there. I'm gonna have to readjust it a little bit. But as you can see, I kind of set it mostly on the box as much as I can. And from there, I should be able to have a pretty easy time adjusting it. And this being a single shot rifle, you know, I don't want to take forever to zero the gun in. All right. Let's see. So right now, rangefinder saying we're at 41 yards. So I think if we zero in here, move it back to 50, confirm, that should be good. And then we can shoot off of a tree or something if we want to go farther back. All right. So ear protection, not a bad idea. So let's get one of these suckers out. I swear, it's like they make it so you always have to rip these boxes. .243. I'm gonna seat that guy in there. Snug as a bug. Went in easy. All right. Let's see. All right, let's double check, make sure I'm seeing it right. All right, that's not bad. So we're hitting about 4 inches low. So 4 inches low. Let's take this off. Four inches low at 40 yards. I'm gonna need my phone because it's a quarter click. So it's a quarter click at 100 yards. We're going to use ChatGPT. Quarter inch low at, I'm sorry. 4 inches low at 41 yards. Scope is quarter click. Alright, so let's see what it says. So that's 39 clicks up. Because it was a little bit off to the right, but it also could have been me. So, all right, I'm gonna shoot the second round. So this isn't the cheapest ammo. So I'm going to try and be pretty efficient. We're going to put that right there, just so I don't have to worry about it. that one was too high. So let's take it back a few clicks. Of course I didn't put my ear pro in. So I was able to see that one. That was adjusted just a little too high, so I'm gonna split the difference. AI wasn't right. I trusted AI. Shouldn't have done that, and we'll see how it is now. That was a little bit better. That's the problem. Try it. That's 6-inch. It might just need, like, I'm saying, like, the tightest tap to the left. And that could even be adjusting for my shooting, right? So we're 4 rounds in. This will be the 4th round. The 3rd round was on the orange ring. 2nd round was too high after adjustment. So we came down even a little more because when I shot at it, it was too low. Oh shit. Where did I put those? There they are. Ear Pro is important. I should be wearing it. All right. So this is the 5th round, and we're finally in the target zone. And then we'll just take it over a little bit to the left. We should be good once we get this one. All right. That was in the target right where I put it. So here we're gonna let the boar get cold. We'll go walk up there and look at it. So as you can see here, you know, shot 1, shot 2, shot 3, shot 4. I might have pulled that one because I didn't lock down the bipod all the way. Shot 5, and then that was the last adjustment on shot 6. So what I'm going to do, let the gun cool down, and I'm going to rotate the target to this other one over here, and then we're going to keep zeroing it in. All right, so we've shot 6 shots through that gun. On the 6th shot, it was right where I put it, right where I wanted it. Everything was correct on the bipod. I was letting the gun cool for about 30 seconds in between shots. I walked up there, I showed you the target. I moved to a new target. Now we're going to adjust the, well, we're not going to adjust shit, hopefully. We're going to reaffirm with 1 shot on that box. And then we're going to go back to 50 with the tripod. And then we'll go find a spot with the rangefinder to be about 100 yards. From there, I'd say we're good. And when we go back to 50 and 100, we're just going to shoot steel because it'll be easier to hear and tell immediately, like, yes, I hit where I'm trying to, or no, I didn't. So let's do that affirmation shot, and then we'll start moving the gun back. All right. Gun's locked. This is not a good shooting stance, but... All right, that was in the target. So that was another shot at 40 yards, right where I wanted it to be. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take 3 rounds with me. We'll go check it at 50, and then we'll go check it again at 100. But I'm pretty happy with that. We'll come back here. All right. All right, that was a good hit at 50. that was a miss, but that was on me. Let's see. So pretty good. So this is a CVA Scout in 243 with a Bushnell Legend 3x9x40. I didn't even use the dot today. It did fine. The gun is capable of 1-inch MOA. Me shooting offhand without a sling, I got 2 or 3 shots at about 80 yards on a 6-inch steel target. But you know, like I said, I was just kind of standing there, muscling it. In a deer blind, totally not an issue. I also need to just practice, and this is a new gun, so no excuses there, but the gun is definitely capable of shooting out to 100 yards, no problem. If you want to get into deer hunting, you can definitely do it for not a lot of money. This gun, as you see it right now, $300 for the gun, little over $100 for the scope. The mounts were like another $10, and I think a box of ammo was like $25. So it's definitely doable. You can get a cheap deer rifle that you can shoot deer for a beginner inside of 100 yards, no problem. So that's all I got for you guys.